Sue Marchant's Big Night In. Matt Taylor, the Motives here in the studio, and lovely Jonny. He's very groovy. Yeah, you know, you
lovely,
are
very kind.
Yeah, he is groovy. Yeah, because when he was playing those, that I should imagine that you're quite exciting to watch as a band.
Well, very exciting to watch as a band
because you really get into what you're doing.
Yes, yeah, I get the guitar face on, which
I think
isn't that attractive, really.
But I think that's compulsory.
It's not attractive at all.
Yeah, but
compulsory to have
and he has a
guitar
knee judder.
Does he have a knee judder? I think it's compulsory for guitar faces and that kind of thing because
you're no good unless you pull a funny face.
I think so as well. It's just good because it's just what you get into, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. You can't control those muscles. There's too many of them
it just happens.
to think about on your face.
Is this what? Yeah, and this is what happens during guitar face.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I should have to publish a book of guitar faces.
Yes, that should be done actually.
It should be done,
yeah,
yes.
It would be quite good fun, I think.
Yeah, that's it
everybody's
then.
got Santana in particular. He's got some great ones.
Yeah, some good guitar faces. I like the idea of that. Right, let's have more live music from you. This time we're going to hear Leap of Faith, which is the other song that's nominated on the British Blues Awards. And this is an acoustic version. Of course, you can hear the full version on the Motives website, which we'll just add there. Right, off you go then, boys.
Okay. You let me down, but it's the water off a duck's back. You try to turn it around, but I can't go for that. But don't beat yourself up, 'cause there's a cure for that. And I won't ever give up, and you know that's a fact. 'Cause nothing in this life is guaranteed. We all have a path to take, and sometimes you just gotta take a leap of faith. They say all is fair in love and war. Whose side are you on, and what the hell are you fighting for? But don't look over your shoulder, 'cause there's no one there. And I could track you down, but that would mean I can't. And nothing in this life is guaranteed. We all have a path to take, and sometimes you just gotta take a leap of faith. Time will tell, the story's end. I know one day you're gonna need a friend. your shoulder, 'cause there's no one there. I can track you down, but that would mean I can. But nothing in this life is guaranteed. We all have a path to take, and sometimes you just gotta take a leap of faith.
Fantastic. The Motives here live in the studio. Now, of course, they are an electric band, but acoustic up. Just two wonderful instruments in here this evening. I think you've done a great job. You really have. What kind of music did you grow up listening to? What were your parents playing for?
Well, I guess... well, my parents were musicians.
Yeah.
So they had everything from... My mum was kind of more into sort of pop singers, like people like Dusty Springfield and the Carpenters and the more
good classic stuff,
soft side of stuff,
I
guess. And things like The Who and I mean the Beatles were the first band that I really latched onto, I think, apart from sort of vague dalliances with pop stuff of the day, you know, sort of
as you do,
Duran or whatever. But the Beatles, I got into Beatles and then things like Chuck Berry. And when I was at school, there was a big sort of 50s, like a rockabilly revival in,
there is again
in the
now,
80s.
isn't there?
And there is kind of, it's never really gone away, I don't think, but
it's just great music. Let's have a fantastic lady.
Yeah.
Johnny, what about you? What were you listening to?
As a kid, I mean, I was this classical music.
Debussy,
There you go.
Chopin.
Yeah, you know, I was just doing classical exams all the time. But it was really I got into the blues. Started me off into music, and that was because of that guy Kevin Thorpe. You know, who weirdly now we've been nominated for his award.
Well, the awards, yes.
Absolutely, yes.
The awards are in his name.
In his name,
which is fantastic.
Johnny was in a band with him for
10
years.
Kevin Thorpe Award for Best Song.
Yeah, so it's great. It's great, and he'd be quite proud of me. And he was a fantastic friend, great friend. And he started me off into this.
How wonderful!
Some of Kev's songs on the album.
See, there you go. Well, that's another cosmic connection. If you can't make Saturday, then make sure you make a gig of the Motives, because there are there. You can go to their website, find out where they are, and of course you're doing quite a bit in Europe as well, aren't you?
Well, we will be. We've just got a new agent in Holland, so probably not till the sort of second half of the year, maybe the autumn. Over there. The album's out around the same time over there. So yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. Well, it's been lovely having you here on the show. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
Have a great night on Saturday. They're in Bury St Edmunds at the Devil's Kitchen. If you go to the Motives website, which is the-motives.com, you will find out all the information there.
Find that. Great, thanks, Sue.
You're welcome.
Smashing.
That was brilliant.
Yeah, it's
absolutely
great fun.
sounded great.
Excellent.
Really
Thank you.
well.
That was great. Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks very much. Yeah.